Wow, fancy that. Wouldn't that be cool? No. If you have 10,000 birds in a flock, one bird's got avian influenza, immediately, by government decree, all of them must be exterminated. All of them.
All right, we're going to get right into it today. We're going to talk about the avian flu because it's very front and center. And I want to bring some things to your attention that I keep trying to bring to your attention. And maybe this video will go viral because maybe, just maybe this time, I'll do a good job at presenting what I found. First of all, why are we even believing the narrative? We know that they have labs set up. We know they're trying to jump viruses or bugs or whatever you want to call it, sickness, from animals to humans. It's a proven fact, and we busted them during COVID. They're over in Ukraine, they're in China, and it's official that the U.S. government said that the COVID-19 came from a lab leak in China. So knowing all that stuff, why are we all hyped up thinking that they're giving us the proper narrative? So the 19 breaks out in 19 and into 20. For the whole year of 2020, everybody was freaked out about the 19. Then in January 2021, the NIH, National Institute of Health, publishes an article saying that the eggs actually fight the spike protein in the COVID-19. Chicken egg yolk antibodies, IgYs, block the binding of multiple SARS-CoV-2 spike protein variants to humans, ACE2. Okay? If you guys have done any homework about the mRNA, it's a sequence gene that goes into your body, and this time they've targeted to get your spike protein up, which in turn, I'm not a doctor, messes with your immune system. I found that very interesting. So 2022, we start hearing more about avian flu. 2023, it ticks up just a little bit more. In 2024, they go full blown into the avian flu hysteria. In December 2024 and January 2025, they culled 41 million birds. That's going to affect your egg prices. Now, here's an article from February 28th, hot off the presses, right, just a couple days ago, where the Ag Secretary and the Ag Department in America is saying that you can look for a 41% increase in your eggs this year alone. Now, here's the Ag Secretary out of her own mouth giving you the 5-step plan on how they're going to combat this stuff.
Just this morning, we announced the plan to, first of all, attack the avian flu and how we pull it back out of our poultry producers, but secondly, how we bring the cost of eggs down. So that plan has 5 parts. The first part is a biosecurity part, and what that means is that how do we lock our poultry barns down? How do we ensure that our egg-laying chickens aren't getting this disease? Mostly, it comes from wild fowl that fly over or get into the barns.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? That this is caused by wild birds. Here's Joel Salatin, my lunatic farmer friend. What's he have to say about it?
Let's talk about avian influenza. It's been in the news a lot lately. Remember, every time it starts in a concentrated animal feeding operation or some sort of industrial concentrated situation that's unhygienic, unsanitary, and fully vaccinated, medicated, adulterated, pharmaceuticalized, and everything else you can imagine. When the industry blames wild birds, they always say, oh, it's these ducks, it's these geese, it's these wild critters that are bringing this in. Listen, any kind of production system that demonizes wildlife is automatically wrong.
Joel Salatin, myself, a lot of homesteaders, we raise a lot of chickens. We've been out here 16 years raising chickens like crazy. We get a few one-off, two-off sicknesses. I'm telling you that they're using the PCR test to even come up with this H1N1. We have documentation that they've been trying this stuff for 20-something years, trying to jump this around from animals to humans or whatever it is, because a lot of the stuff I don't even believe anymore. Okay, the narratives are all blown apart because I have common sense and I study this stuff. I don't just listen to the TV telling me what to do. But I wanted to bring this to your attention because I can see, and I'm not sure if you can, because I can see a plan to take out all of the eggs that are saving you from this stuff and to put in birds that are going to produce tainted eggs. And that's just one man's opinion. But I wanted to bring this to your attention, okay? Timeline, what they're doing about it. Oh, I want to add one more thing. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins, who doesn't even know about farm animals, even though she was raised on a big farm, said the USDA will invest another $1 billion on top of the roughly $2 billion it has already spent since the outbreak began in 2022. And they spend that money on what? Vaccines. It's almost just like a USAID scam. Because one of the reasons why it's hitting an all-time average high on the egg prices is that over 166 million birds have been culled until they can replenish them with the tainted eggs that are going to help their plan. Because the bottom line, as we keep outlining and as everyone keeps telling you, population control is the goal. Please don't volunteer for it. This is just some of the information that I found. If you're on our email list, go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com and fill out the box, and we'll send these links out for you guys so you can read them for yourself. Also, you guys got to remember way back in the early 2000s, man, 20-something years ago, they did the same thing in China. Like, I don't know, 6 or 8 people died, and they culled all their birds, and then they started vaccinating all their birds as well. And a lot of people keep saying, like, look at China, because China is the model. 24-hour video surveillance. Where do you think the 15-minute city ideas come from? They have apartment complexes that are 39 stories that hold 20,000 people.
You believe there's a small town in China where everyone lives under one roof? Welcome to the Region International apartment building, a massive complex that can house up to 20,000 people. The Region International is like having a mini city under one roof. The building stands tall at about 675 feet and boasts over 260,000 square meters of space. Inside, residents have access to a wide range of amenities. There's a food court offering various cuisines, swimming pools for relaxation, barbershops and nail salons for grooming, medium-sized supermarkets for daily shopping, and even internet cafes to stay connected. With all these facilities, residents might find little reason to step outside.
15-minute cities, social credit score, and on and on and on. Okay, stay vigilant out there. I wanted to drop this video off on Sunday morning here so you guys could chew on it all day long, do your homework and everything. Tonight when I get done with the farm chores and I'm helping a friend put in some floors and cabinets, then I'll come back here and I'll send the link out to everybody on the email list so you guys can just read this information that I have here that I use for these videos, and you can read it for yourself. Spraying those skies every single day. Nobody's doing anything in California. North Carolina is still standing there helpless, okay? South Carolina just caught on fire this morning. Go look at the news. Wildfires out of control, 0% containment. You know, that's all I got for you guys today, all right? Stay vigilant out there. And remember, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. And whatever they're telling you on the TV, you guys are still buying all the narratives, okay? The Zelensky narratives, all these narratives, you're still buying them. It's a great big club, and we ain't in it. All right, share this video with your friends. It's very informative, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
And then the final, more long-term, is putting significant funds into vaccine and therapeutic research. Our egg layers and our broilers, our poultry industry does not use vaccinations right now. A lot of the industry believes on the egg laying side that we should, but it isn't a proven vaccine yet.
And it gets me about avian influenza is the response to it. So in any flock that gets avian influenza, there are always survivors. Many times, some more survivors than not. Now, you would think that if the people in charge were actually thinking, that they would say, we got a flock here of chickens, some got it, some didn't. Why don't we save the ones that didn't? We'll take their genetics and breed them, and maybe we'll actually breed in more robust immune systems. Wow, fancy that. Wouldn't that be cool? No. If you have 10,000 birds in a flock, one bird's got avian influenza, immediately, by government decree, all of them must be exterminated. All of them. Survivors, non-survivors, everything, okay? And so the whole program about avian influenza is about extermination. That is never a way to actually get ahead of disease.